This is the touch screen for the controller of the DieselPure system. At the top, you can see the contact information for DieselPure, the system serial number, model number, software version for the touch screen, the status of the pump, the system mode, so that'll show auto mode or hand mode, the next filter change date, system messages. It's basically the status of the system, so if it's running, it'll show a message there. If it's changing tanks, that'll show if there are any faults. Those fault messages will appear here as well. The current date and time, system status, so if there's a fault in the system, that'll show in red with an icon. Your settings menu is here. Alarm reset, so if you had a fault condition and you want to clear the alarm and continue using the system, you can do that by pushing that button. There's an audible alarm on these systems, a beeper, and if you want to mute that while you're dealing with a fault issue, you can push this and that will silence the alarm. Tank A and Tank B is how you select whether or not you're going to filter Tank A or Tank B in hand mode. It also shows the selected tank when the system's in auto mode. This is the auto mode button, hand mode for manual operation, and stop will stop the pump. To run the system in hand mode, we push the hand mode button. In this case, it's going to start filtering on tank B because that's a selected tank at the moment. So we push hand mode, and when I do, you're going to hear some clicking. That's the tank B relay system selecting tank B in the plumbing outside of the system. And then after a 1 or 2 second delay, the pump will engage. So now it's filtering on tank B. You can't hear the pump because I disconnected it. At any time, we can stop the pump by pushing the stop button on the screen or engaging the mechanical stop button that's just below the touch screen. In this case, I'll just push stop on the screen. I can select tank A and start filtering on tank A. To run the system in auto mode, we push the auto mode button. Auto mode means that it'll follow the schedule that you set in the system for all 7 days in the week, including which tank is being filtered. The schedule for today, Sunday, doesn't indicate that the system should be running. That's why we don't see the system running right now. The pump is off. So to change the schedule so the system is running today, we push the settings button. We choose schedule. And for Sunday, we can see everything is blank and we can't edit anything in those time windows. So to enable Sunday, we simply push the on-off icon, and then we get default start and end times, which are our recommended settings from DieselPure. You can change them, of course, using the up and down arrows for each time selector. You can also choose which tank is being filtered today. We're going to switch it to tank B. And you can program each day of the week. And when you push save, it'll follow that stored schedule. So I'll push save. Close. And now when I put the system in auto mode, you'll see it switch to tank B and then run the pump. And it'll follow that schedule. And at 4 p.m., it'll shut the system off. It'll stop the pump and also release the external switch gear for the tank selection. So we'll put it in auto mode. See it switch to tank B and run the pump. And that's it. So once the schedule is set and the system is in auto mode, it'll follow that schedule until there's some user intervention or the system is powered off and powered back on. If the system is powered back on, it will default to hand mode, meaning somebody has to go to the system and intentionally put it back in auto mode. To set the date and time, we go to settings, date and time, and you can change the hour and the minute or AM or PM using these up-down arrows. So I'll change the hour to 1 and the minutes to 17. Push apply to store it. And the system date and time are updated. If you get a filter change alert on the screen, the message will appear here saying that there's a filter change needed. That's based on a timer. That timer is set to either 6 months or 1 year, depending on the filters in the system. And when that timer expires, it indicates that the filters should be changed. And the message will appear here. To reset that counter, you push settings and then simply push filter reset. And then close. And then we'll see that the filter reset counter is pushed ahead to another cycle, in this case, 180 days.